False lean condition. What is it and what caused it? Hello, I'm Eugene Tordo and this is ET Garage, and thanks for watching. Today's video is about a false lean condition that I had and how I diagnosed it, more or less. And before I get into diagnosing, let's go over what a false lean is. I know I have a false lean because I have a wideband. And that's the only reason I knew, other than hooking up my data logger and logging off the O2. I have the O2 for the ECM on the driver's side and widebands on the passenger side. So basically a false lean is when you're getting a lean condition, like my wideband was reading real lean, like 17 to 1. And so the first thing you think is you're not getting fuel. In reality, what's happening is you're getting too much unburned fuel, which is tricking the wideband into thinking that it's lean. Because it's unburned, it just tricks the wideband into thinking it's lean, and also tricks the O2 into thinking that it's lean. So that's what it will read. It'll read lean on the wideband, and if I data log it, it will also read lean. So that's what a false lean is. It's usually caused by too much fuel in the system, tricking the wideband or the O2 into thinking that it's running lean when it's actually not. And I'll get into more how I diagnosed this and what it really was. Okay. Problem started, the car was sitting for 2 weeks. I took it out for a drive and it was running real rough, like it was on 6 cylinders, down on power. So I took it and I'm looking at the wideband, it's showing real lean. So I said, let me take it home. Must be a fuel system, must be a clogged injector or something like that, or the fuel pump's not putting out enough pressure. So first thing, of course, I did was hook up a fuel pressure gauge to the fuel reel, check the pressure. That was good. The next thing I did was a balance test, a fuel injector balance test. I think I did a video on it on how to do a balance test. If I did, I'll leave a link up here somewhere during the video. If not, and someone requests it, I'll try and do a video on it again, because there's a couple of different ways to do it. But that checked out good. And then I went ahead and stuck a stethoscope on the injectors to listen for the injectors. Now, these injectors were actually, some of them were noisier than others. And these are 30-pound injectors. I really don't need 30-pound injectors. I was wanting to go back to the 24-pound just for fuel economy, and then I'll save these 30 pounds for something else. So I decided, well, let me go back to the 24-pound injectors, which is a pain in the butt on a tune fort. If you're not familiar with the tune fort, you have to disassemble basically the upper intake. There's a million screws. I forgot how many screws, but there's like a whole bunch of screws that are hard to get to and pain in the butt to do to get to the injector. So went ahead and changed to the 24-pound injectors, and I also changed the fuel filter and cut that open to make sure there's nothing in it, and the fuel filter was real nice and clean. Then started the car, and it ran good, and I took it for a test ride, and it ran good. So I'm like, well, I fixed it. And the day after that, I decided to go for another ride, and it started acting up again. So I'm like, man, what the hell's going on? Decided to come back home. I let the car idle. I turned the lights off here in the garage so it's nice and dark. You can see under hoods. Look for sparks. I didn't see any sparks. So I'm like, all right, let me go pull the spark plugs. Maybe I got a cracked insulator, because a cracked insulator will do something like that. I still didn't see any sparks around the spark plugs either. So as I'm taking the spark plugs out, I notice some of the wires have cracks in them, and then I find a couple of more that have like burnt through. I'll leave pictures here. so you know what that looks like. And I'm like, wow, that's what the problem was with the sparks. And what was happening is, because the spark plugs were shorting out and not firing correctly, raw gas was going through the exhaust and tricking the wideband and the O2 into thinking it was running lean when it was really, really rich due to a misfire, due to the spark plug wires. So I ended up going to a local auto parts store, which said they had them in stock on the computer. So I figure I'll just run over there and get them. I run over there and get them, to go get them. And the lady says, "Oh, we don't have them here." It says, "But don't you show them in stock?" "Yeah, we have them in stock, but at our local warehouse." And so the next day I go back, pick them up, and install them, and the car is running great. So I'm glad that it was something simple and inexpensive. I just got set of basic OEM replacement spark plug wires. Usually I buy like the custom fit wires, and which I like better because then you can make them the length, where some of these are way too long. Some of them you're kind of stretching. They're never really quite the right length when you buy them pre-made. That I don't like. Other than that, these seem like good wires. They're just the basic. They're 8mm silicone wires. That your basic wire replacement that I got from AutoZone, I believe it was. Anyway, they're working fine for now. I might later on go back to a set of custom set ones. I can't remember how long these wires were on there, but one thing good about like OEM replacements that are already made up is like when you buy the sets that you custom make, the length that you make yourself, they'll either come with all 90-degree boots or all straight boots. And if you get just like an OEM replacement, they should come with all 90-degree boots except for the number 6 cylinder, which should be a straight boot. And it should be straight, so it's easier to get it in there because the dipstick's in the way. You can still use 90, no problem. It's just a straight one works better on a number 6. That's all. That's one thing good about that. Anyway, like I said, I also took the distributor cap off, and I found inside the distributor cap there's a little button that goes in the middle. That was busted. It was, as far as I can tell, it wasn't causing any problems, but it would have been a problem in the future, so I'm glad I caught that. That everything there, a good cleaning out, put that back together, and like I said, everything's running good. So that's the short story on that. And an upcoming video, I'm going to do a video on how to prep your fuel injectors for storage when you're going to be letting them sit for a while, so they don't end up sticking on you. That'll be a little short video. I'll show you how to do that. And in the meantime, the Shade Tree engine build is almost ready to go. I just need to pick up basically a set of exhaust manifolds for it, mount it in the cradle, hook up a few things. I still don't know what I'm going to do for fueling this carb. I went ahead and rebuilt this Edelbrock AFB carb, and hopefully that will work good enough for it to break in, and then we'll get this thing running. Yeah, basically I just got to get it in the cradle, get the exhaust manifolds for it, hook up some good spark plug wires. I still want to make a mounting bracket for this oil pressure gauge so it ain't flopping around. And then I'm just going to take like the battery out of the vet or something, hook it up to a set of jumper cables, and run it that way, and get it running, and just make sure it runs good. And then after that, I'm going to sell it. So hopefully it'll run good and break in good. If it does all that, then sell it, and somebody will get a good motor for a good price. So, and I'll get this out of here because I just want to get this stuff out of here. It's just a pain in the butt moving it around and stuff like that. Anyway, that's it for this video. I should have, during this video, I should have left a link on how to do a balance test and how to do a flow test. I think I did videos on them. If not, in the future, maybe I'll make a balance test video. But everybody, in the meantime, everybody have a great day, and God bless.